have to admit, I'm really starting to love this stupid hats club that me and my companions have seemed to embrace. I, of course, look the best. Hey guys, welcome to part 9 of my Dragon Age Origins Let's Play. Last episode saw us explore Lothering. We got to know the refugees and villagers alike. We even went into the chantry and nothing bad happened. Which is something that I was worried about. But we had our new companion Leliana with us, who used to be a chantry sister. These clothes are not just a show. And we've got this other guy here that this episode we're going to release in a second. We also have I think it's just the one job that we've got to do, that we picked up, that we've not done yet. Well, we picked up other ones, but we did all that we can here. Yeah, so we need to go to Redcliffe and Denerim and Lake Callanhead and the Frostback Mountains. And then we've also got this one that we picked up. So apparently there's bandits in the north that we're going to have to deal with if we want some money. But first, Sten.
You wish something more of me?
Yes, I have the key to open your cage. We got it from the Reverend Mother.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the blight.
How can I help? How can you help us exactly? Well, he's supposed to be a very good fighter, but I mean, we don't know for sure, do we? The rumor is that he killed like farmers and women and children. You know, notoriously good warriors. I don't think they are. So yeah, let's ask how he can help us.
I have spent my life in the vanguard. I know war, and your lands need all the help they can get.
That sounds like a slight. Very well, I'll let you out.
And so it is done.
And so it is.
I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
And what if I don't want to lead you to your atonement? Well, he'll probably kill us. And if you annoy me and I decide to kill you, well, that's not off the table at the moment. You know, if he proves untrustworthy, we might have to kill him up north as we go. Thank you, Sten. Glad to have you with us. I don't want to be that polite to him, and I don't think he'd appreciate that politeness, although he did earlier. I don't want your help. You're free to go. We don't want to free him. Not like that. I guess that will do. No. How polite do we want to be? Yeah, thank you, Sten. Glad to have you with us. We're not glad to have him. We don't want to lie. I guess that will do.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
I imagine. You've been here, what, 3 weeks or something like that? Oh. Okay, we need to test Sten out. And unfortunately that means we've got to get rid of somebody else. Now Franklin is already back at town. I don't know why he disappeared to. And we don't really need 3 warriors, so I'm very sorry, Alistair. Stay with Franklin.
Oh, blast it.
Oh, I know you're upset, but my 2 good boys will stay safe. So you can come with me, Sten. Me and the ladies. Oh, you and the ladies, I should say. So let's accept that. Okay. Wait. Of course he wouldn't have a weapon, would he? It'd be really funny if one popped up. He doesn't even have, like, armor or anything. Oh, well, we've got a helmet. You can join the stupid helmet club. Oh, that's not good. But it gives him more defense. Oh no! Oh, that's terrible. That's horrendous. Oh, they're terrible. And I used to meet a 2-weapon fighter. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Oh, that looks no better on you than it did on Morrigan. Spells and talents. Let me just double check. Sten. Yeah, 2-handed. Right. Left or right? Let's go left. Oh, and stuff in here as well. Oh, hello. I don't like the way they're standing in a line to stop people from walking past. Something tells me they are out to get someone. Let's hope it's not me. I mean, I'm a great fighter. It's just going to end badly for them. Yes, Liliana.
We're on our way.
You know you're my favourite because you can do that. I wonder whether you can crawl under there, but you can't. Now, do we face them? We're no cowards. Let's go.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Oh. Okay, whoever that yelling was. But, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you against the 4 of us. You may have the better odds, but we're better at fighting than you, although, oh, there's more over here, so 8. Let me change to 2-handed, let me give my threaten out. Yeah, let me get this guy who didn't get stunned by, I think, Sten's attack. Whoa. Whoa! Was that me or was that her? I don't know. Okay, you need some health. Oh, you don't have anything on your own. Oh, and we don't have Alistair anymore. We don't have the healing. Oh no. Oh, you've got poison making as well, Liliana. Poison making and stealing, yeah. 2 of us were great. What do you have? Oh, you have herbalism. Excellent. Let me fight this guy. Whoa! I'm sorry. I dragged it onto a thing. And I didn't even make her drink it. Yeah. I thought she was dead then, but just in time.
Begin the onslaught.
Okay. I feel very bad about that, to be honest. Hey, you switched weapons. And they have absolutely nothing on them as well. That's sad. There's a rubble over here. Let's pick that up.
Are we done with this place? It may not be here later should we leave now.
What is it? Is that the way up? I'm not sure, but we're not quite done with it, Morrigan. Well, those will be the bandits then. Are we all good? Before I forget. Oh. Oh, no, I don't need to give you that. There we go. And
Here I am.
I also want to give myself some
Yes.
poison. Ow! Oh, I died. I wasn't even paying it. Oh, I was too busy looking at other stuff. I know how he works, so let me give this guy some stuff.
So be it.
Let me kick this guy. I need a bit of that. I'll give you a bit of that. Okay, okay, okay.
Push them back! Oh, this should be good. I never liked this part. Come and get it!
Okay, this is bad. I'm not paying enough attention to everybody else. Let me give the normal health one. Ah.
On my way.
Where are you? What are you doing? Just kill.
Defend yourself!
Okay. Better for the two of us to focus on the same one.
I suppose violence is a solution. Sometimes. Alright, battle it is then. Come and get it.
So be it.
Okay. 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 That was a bit dangerous. We used quite a few health pulsers, but got more lesser ones now. Are the other two getting up at any time soon? What did you get? You got oof. Yeah, cracked skull is not nice, but I don't know whether I want to heal you that much yet. Penalty to damage. Crushed arm, ouch. Let me move that to that. And let me... Whoa, I was like, I'm a bit taller. Let me pick these up. Let me head this way. Let me also save the game because... that was hard. Okay, so this is the other way. What are we? Oh, okay.
All right. And I'm out.
I have to admit, I really love. Do you have threaten? Can you use that, please? Did I just take that off? I think I might have just taken that off. Yeah, if it's glowing, that means that it's being used.
Yes.
Can somebody get those two before I have to... Oh, never mind. And, oh yeah, you're using threat already.
Here comes trouble! Let's end this!
Okay. Just this guy over here that's got something. Ah, health poultice. Very useful. So, I don't think there's anything. Oh, there's some elf root over here. And a chest. Don't mind if I do. Liliana, my dear?
As you like.
I do like. Oh, an injury ticket. A lesser injury. 3 injuries. Got to pay attention to that then, don't I? Ah, there's the elf root that I saw earlier. Okay, so I think there's one more set of landmark tree. Death root. So way up there or not? Oh, giant spiders, okay. Okay. Yep. Am I still... Right, okay. Whoa. Look at that. That's the perfect freeze. Looks like you guys stepped on that one there.
Over there! And you shall pay! The light is gone!
Stop using threaten. You don't have enough health for that. Oh, you can use them both at the same time there. That's useful. I didn't realise I could. Yeah, I also really don't want you guys to focus on him.
Here I am. Come and get it!
Focus on that one. Oh, you've got shot at them as well. That could be useful. I don't know why I used it right there in the fight. Oops. I don't know why we did it. How come there's spiders this close to the town? Answer me this. Oh, I missed one. I'm worried about getting to the top of that hill. I don't know why. I just think if there's anything, it's going to be here. Oh. A distinctive landmark, but otherwise unremarkable at this time. I guess not.
Might be a nice pelt in it. for us.
Okay. Give us some frost. Also, give us a couple more health. And, what do you have? It's already there. I've got my 2 on. You got yours on? You do. Can you not do that one as well? Where's Mulligan? I'm just pausing every 5 seconds because otherwise, what else do I do? I realise I'm also probably not talking that much either. I'm very sorry about that. Okay. Let's get the leader. And then this guy here. Oh. Also heal myself. Oh, there's more. I thought that was it.
Let's end this.
Okay. Okay, quest updated. So you have killed all 3 of the bandit groups north of Lothering. Report back to the Enchanted for a reward. Excellent. $2 silver and a locked box. Leather gloves. Oh, let me go back to Sylvi. Let me take these off as well. Take you off.
Warden.
Yes.
I just need, you know, give you all the stamina and stuff back. Ooh, you've got a lot of stuff here. Ooh, that looks better than some of the stuff I'm already wearing, which is useful. Covered in blood. Okay, so let me look at that compared to this one. It's more damage, but it doesn't have as much armor penetration, and it's got a +1 critical chance, so I'll keep that. Oh no. Oh no, now I have to join the bad hair hat club. Hello. Yeah, let's go for the hat club. Heavy chainmail. Oh, I look weird with this on. I like my previous armor. Oh, what to do, what to do. Do I go for the best, or do I go for what looks nice? It's probably gonna have to be what's the best. You can have all the chainmail stuff because you look terrible as you were. What else is other hats? People got hats on. You can wear my good hats. You can also wear leather armor. And gloves. And... right. Let's go. I looked relatively cool before, now I've joined the class of crappy looking guys. The only one that looks moderately cool is Morrigan, and that's because she's wearing her original clothes. Oh, I had an idea. Yeah, it's just clothing. I was like, let's put her in that. But no, Morrigan is better than... well, it's relatively the same as the chastened robes. But the chastened robes don't really look good on most of them. Well, it looks equally good on Morrigan, and Morrigan looks right with her original clothes. Can we even talk to you anymore?
I hope more soldiers make it out of Ostagar. So much tragedy.
I guess not. Okay, so let's go over the thing here.
Your wish?
Do you know what I wish? Thanks. Hey, guy.
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something?
I am indeed.
All right. Just don't buy everything up.
Yeah. I'm also selling stuff though, so sucks to be you. Okay. Let me get the lesser injury kits because they're pretty useful. The more I have, the better. I don't know if I want just normal health poultice. Let me get one. Let me get some more toxic extract as well. I don't know what else we need. Poison, let me have a look. So we've got venom, death root. We could probably do with some more death root, but let's hand this in first.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Pilgrim. Wait, there's more now? There wasn't earlier. Cool, when bears attack. On behalf of Ted the farmer and his departed son, I inscribe this missive. As the Maker is my witness, I charge all those with knowledge of arms and armour to brave the dangers of the northern wood to find the family of bears that mauled and killed the boy Enneth. For they are an abomination in the Maker's sight, and their hides would prove great comfort to the northern farms and solace for Ted's family. As chanter for Lothering, I do pledge a sum of 1 sovereign to whoever carries this out. The Maker's will. Exercise caution first and foremost. May his light bathe us all. Heck yeah, I've never seen a bear before. Sylvi hasn't. A last keepsake. Thanks to all the villagers who've opened up their barns and crofts to the refugees in these dark times. The chantry regularly hears praise from our visitors, and your virtuous deeds are mentioned in many prayers. Sadly, there is a lone boy in this village whose mother, good wife Sarah, is missing, as she has been missing for the better part of a week. As of this writing, she is presumed dead. May the Maker bless her passing. She was a lady of middle years with red hair and fond of a green cloak. If any traveller or resident comes across her in the wilds, please return her body or the effects of her remains. In later years, the boy will be thankful to have such keepsakes to remember his brave mother by. The office of the Enchanted will compensate this kindness with the sum of 50 silvers. May the Maker turn his gaze on us all. Now, is that the little boy on the bridge? Because he had red hair. Oh dear. So yeah, we got 3 gold from that last one. That was great. And if we do these, we'll get another 1 gold and 50 silver. So I don't see why we shouldn't. We're relatively good at fighting. Anyway, let's move on. Whoa, there's wolves now, and there's a corpse over there that was suspiciously not there the last time we went. Holy, that was a lot more than I was expecting, okay? Let me give you a bit of help. Okay, so leave him alone. Oh, seriously, leave him alone. Okay. If I fight him, and I use that. I think he just survived it. Okay. Okay, so you... and you,
Speak.
Oh! Oh, that's terrible. He got to his feet and then he fell back down. Oh, we tried. Oh, we tried.
Is this important?
Yes, I need you to get rid of that. Whatever that is. What is that? No. Oh well, you're healing anyway.
Huh.
Right.
And I'm off.
And a health poultice, that was useful. And a lesser one. Oh dear. You found the body of the boy's mother and have recovered her keepsake. Oh, that's sad. Anyway, let's move on. Where's this bear supposed to be then? Oh, there's more than one, that's unfair. And they're all raging. Switch to them and just start attacking as we go past.
You cannot win! If you insist.
Leave her alone. Okay. Yeah, I can see why they were worth like less than the other one because it was slightly easier. Knock on wood. Don't want to say that and have to come back. Why is there just one dead wolf and then just the bones? Okay, so let's hand that in. And then we'll probably have a quick, unless there's no other jobs to do, we'll have a quick pit stop at the tavern to see if that guy has anything to sell. Hi.
The path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Okay.
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, my hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
Greetings. Like I'm talking to him. I'm talking to him after I've already like handed him the quest. I thought maybe I had hand them in one at a time. Smile back.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
He can't answer you. He's chanted Devons.
What's a chanter? Is he touched in the head or something? I've had enough of your human nonsense. Politeness, Sylvi. Try and be polite. What's a chanter?
One of them that can only say the chant of light. His board has letters of good deeds to be doing. My father fixed Widow Allison's roof once, and the charter paid him, he did.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and unto the Maker.
It's like a vow of silence then? Yeah, we have silent sisters. We had to fight one of them earlier in Dwarven society. So it's like a vow of silence then. He can't talk normally.
Unless it's the chant of light, no.
And so Rajmael in the heathen temple recanted. Speak only the word, sing only the chant, then the golden city is thine, spoke Andraste.
Farewell. Is there anything else on the board? No, that looks like that's all that's available at the moment. Quest completed. So yeah, there's nothing else here. Like I said, we're going to head to the tavern to see if there's anything there, and then we will move on to places unknown.
So Terran Logain is the new regent? Isn't that a good thing?
I heard that he
Yes, the
something to do
gossiping
with the
duo.
king's death.
I thought Darkspawn killed the king. That doesn't make any sense.
It's probably political nonsense. We'll be lucky if they don't burn down the entire country fighting over the throne.
Okay. I was going to say, it was quite a bit quiet there. You had stuff, right?
Food to sell.
Show me what you've got. Okay. So I've got health poultices, lesser health injury kits. But I think... How much is death root? Do you even have death root? Of course you don't. The other guy has death root. But I'll get some more of this. And I also get all your elf root. I think you need that for the healing. Thank you. Speaking of healing, let me go to Morrigan. There we go, get some more of that. Crafty, eh?
Where's the tavern?
We're in the tavern. And we're now leaving the tavern.
You've been out to the market. There's not much to be had.
There isn't likely to be more anytime soon, that's for sure.
Okay, we don't really care about the market gossip. We're about to leave this place. Blood me. Oh, that was a bit of a... I really should stop doing that. That was a bit of a spoiler.
Away with your pal. Leave us alone.
Oh, hello. The Blood Mage is now dead. I guess that was a bit of a spoiler. I wasn't expecting him to be dead. I wasn't expecting Darkspawn. Alright, leave me alone, please. Oh, make a preservers indeed. No, go away, don't touch me. One last surprise fight that was expected. Oh, okay, he was dead when you did that, dude. Demonic Ica. Oh, let me leave you for a moment. I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting it to be not over.
Sten can be cut down.
Venom. Thank you. Don't know whether that's your stuff. But hey, you didn't get angry at me.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
You are... Just how obliged exactly? No, we're not that rude. I wasn't trying to save you. You're welcome.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
It's a bit complicated, but you're welcome to come along. King's business, I'm afraid. Let's not lie to him. Let's be truthful. I doubt you'd want to travel with a Grey Warden.
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offence, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Nice guys.
Huh.
Crystal. This Blood Mage had some stuff on, huh? So sealed letter, huh? Melissa Karen regrets. I won't go back, let them hunt and dread finding me. But you, Melis, should not live this life. It would please me if you found a life in the Circle Tower. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the enchanters. Sell them to fund a new path. The cash is in the study area middle alcove. Goodbye, Belgoose. We'll have to try and remember that if and when we go to the Circle Tower. Something tells me we will be, because this is under quest related. Heavy armor. Specializations. Wait, I've qualified for a specialization? Level 7. But first you need to find a trainer. Okay, so I can't do it straight away, I'm guessing. So a bear. No beast is more beloved by Dirthaman than the bear. When the world was new, Dirthaman gave one secret to each creature to keep. The foxes traded their secrets to Andrul for wings. The hares sheltered theirs in the treetops. The birds sold theirs for gold and silver. Only the bears kept Dirthaman's gift deep within their dens. They slept the months away and in the company of their secrets and nothing else. When Dirthaman discovered what had been done with his gifts, he snatched the wings from the foxes, silenced the voices of the hares, and turned the birds into paupers, but the bears he honoured for their steadfastness. Transcribed from a Danish tale, 9-8 Dragon. Normally, it is almost unheard of for bears to attack travellers. They are, in fact, so shy and so inactive during the day that most people never encounter a bear at all. However, should a bear be provoked, they are remarkably dangerous. The normally placid-seeming creatures become enraged and can strike massive blows with their paws, capable of knocking a man off his feet. And then the giant spider. Giant spiders tend to appear in old ruins and other places where the veil has become thin, because of magical disturbances or a great number of deaths. In such places, spirits and demons pass into the world of the living and attempt to take control of other living beings, spiders among them. Not all scholars accept this explanation for their presence of the beasts, however. Some claim that the thinning veil allows magic to leak from the fade, tainting such creatures as these spiders to transform into larger and more potent creatures than they ever would become naturally. While such spiders are known to possess powerful poisons and the ability to fling their webs at an opponent in combat, studies of them have been few and the full range of their abilities are unknown. So, why do they appear in Lothering then? I don't think in such places they appear when the veil becomes thin. So I imagine that it's where a great number of deaths. I can't imagine there's magical disturbances here. Unless this blood mage here did something. Magic and religion. Oh yeah, there's another chance, is there? The Imperial Chantry. There are those who would tell you that the Chantry is the same everywhere as it is here, that the divine in Val Royale reigns supreme in the eyes of the Maker, and that this, in fact, is unquestioned throughout Thedas. Do not believe it. The Maker's second commandment, magic must serve man, not rule over him, never held the same meaning within the ancient Tevinter Imperium as it did elsewhere. The Chantry there interpreted the rules as meaning that mages should never control the minds of other men, and that otherwise their magic should benefit the rulers of men as much as possible. When the clerics of Tevinter altered the chant of light to reflect this interpretation of the commandment, the divine in Val Royale ordered the clerics to revert to the original chant. They refused, claiming corruption within Val Royale, an argument that grew until, in 487 Towers, the Chantry in Tevinter elected its own, legitimate and uncorrupted, divine Valhall, who was not only male, but also happened to be one of the most prominent members of the Tevinter Circle of Magi. This black divine, who was reviled outside of Tevinter, his existence an offence to the Chantry in Val Royale. After 4 exalted marches to dislodge these rebels, all that the Chantry in Val Royale accomplished was to cement this separation. While most aspects of the Imperial Chantry's teachings are the same, prohibitions against magic has been weakened, and male priests have become more prevalent. The Circle of Magi today rules Tevinter directly, ever since the Archer Nomaran was elected in 734 Storm, directly from the ranks of the Enchanters, to great applause from the public. He dispensed with the old rules forbidding mages from taking part in politics, and within a century the true rulers within the various imperial houses, the mages, took their places openly within the government. The Imperial Divine is now always drawn from the ranks of the First Enchanters and operates as Divine and Grand Enchanter both. This is heresy to any member of the Chantry outside Tevinter, a return to the days of the Magisters, which brought the blights down upon us. But it exists, and even though we have left Tevinter Imperium to the mercies of the dread Kunari, still they have endured. Further confrontation between the Black Divine and our so-called White Divine is inevitable. From the Edicts of the Black Divine by Father David of Canaris, 811 Blessed. Okay, are they ever going to explain, like, these are the years? Blessed, Storms, what was the other one? Towers, and Women Dragon, or at least some of them Women Dragon. The Sacred Ashes of Andraste. Only one person witnessed Malthras' betrayal, Havard of Aegis. A childhood friend. This is the third time we've heard this. So yeah, gravely wounded. But it's slightly different, so I'm like, should I read it all or should I just read some of it? So I remember this bit. She knelt at his side, saying, "The Maker shall never forget you so long as I remember." The song faded and the visions with it, and Havard was alone. But his wounds were healed. With new strength, Havard took up the ashes of Our Lady and bore them back to the lands of the Alamari. Fearing that Matharas' supporters would defile them, Havard took the ashes of Andraste to a secluded place high in the mountains, and there he carved the living rock an urn to hold them. Time passed, and the whereabouts of the urn faded from memory. Perhaps it was the Maker's will that only the most worthy should find his beloved's final resting place. Now we have only the legends, such as that of the Chevalier Lothering, who quested to find the urn to save his dying daughter, and either found it in time to cure her, or returned 100 years after her death. The ballads end less than certain on that point. From Thedas, Myths and Legends by Brother Jenna TV. And then Adventure of the Black Fox. Born Lord Remy Rascal in 863 Blessed, the Black Fox was a dashing thief and rogue who went on to inspire so many tales of his exploits that it is nearly impossible to determine today which are true and which are merely fabricated legend. Despite coming from nobility, he has become something of a hero of the common people. His initial exploits involved ridiculing the tyrannical and powerful Lord of Valchevine. Wearing a mask, he would appear in public and disrupt the Lord's plans, to the point that the Lord angrily put a huge bounty on the life of this cunning fox, the origin of the nickname, which stuck. That the primary bounty hunter who took the job, Carolus, ended up becoming Remy's lifelong partner in crime, only after nearly killing him several times, is one of the most popular stories told in taverns today. The story is often exaggerated to make Remy appear initially buffoonish until Carolus became so furious at the Black Fox's inexplicable ability to survive that the cunning Remy gains the upper hand, which impresses Carolus so much that the bounty hunter joins them. After years of terrorizing the Lord's men and foiling his tax collectors, a favourite pastime of Remy's, according to the Orlesian commoners, Remy was supposedly betrayed by his lover, Savannah de Montfort, in some versions of the tale, a mage of the circle no less, and captured. After more than a year of torture, Remy was rescued from prison by his compatriots, including a repentant Savannah, and together they escaped Orlais. In this period of Remy's adventures, he appears almost everywhere in Thedas. As his legend grew, more innkeepers and merchants were happy to claim that the Black Fox had visited their village or establishment and performed some legendary feat. If the tales are to be believed, Remy led the Lord's men on a merry chase. He became embroiled in political intrigue in Navarra, was hunted by the crown of Intiva, and then kidnapped by a powerful maid into Vinta. In each situation, Remy escaped death at the last moment, foiled the evildoer, and improved life for the poor and downtrodden. Then, inevitably, he rejoined his band of adventurers and moved on to the next land. His companions Carolus and Savannah, the wise dwarf Bolek, and the tempestuous knight Sir Clementus, has each spawned their own individual legends over the years. The stories all agree that, at some point, the Black Fox disappeared. He and his fellow adventurers voyaged into the heart of the Arthurland forest, seeking the sunken city of the elves, and never returned. Many more are the tales that expand on what ultimately happened to them in that forest, and postulate on how they could someday be rescued. From the Adventures of the Black Fox by Gaston Girault, 911 Dragon. So he's the Robin Hood of this world, I'm guessing. Could be alive somewhere, who knows? But anyway, let us leave. Quest completed. You have travelled past Lothering and are now on the Imperial Highway, which runs through all of Ferelden. The highway will take you to the various places you need to go. Redcliffe, the Basilian Forest, the Circle of Mages Tower, and the Dwarven City of Orzammar. Gather your party and venture forth. Yes. Okay, hopefully that's just a bad dream and a nightmare. That's why you can't sleep well, you're wearing full armour in bed.
Bad dreams, huh?
Must have been something I ate. It seems so real.
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The Archdemon, is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Any other surprises I should know about? I'm pretty sure Alistair would tell me if there was. So thank you, Alistair, I appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for. To deliver unpleasant news and witty one-liners. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
It's night. The moon's up. Why would we start moving that? Whoa. Whoa, we've got too many quests there. Okay, so we've got some other things there. Party camp, enchantment. Oh, are they? Oh, yep, they're over there. Just a little bit. But first we will have a chat with some people. Hello, Liliana.
Yes?
I think you should go. No, I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
The vision is important, but let's not start straight on that. We will instead start with this one. Because she steals and she uses poison, and that makes us a lot alike. So I would never be seen dead in the Lothering Chantry, so what would someone like you be doing there?
What is meant by someone like me?
Sanctimonious, preachy like all of the Chantry zealots. Well, if that's how you think, then obviously she'd belong there, but they don't teach you how to fight in the cloister, do they?
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed? What's that?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
So, what did you do before that?
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Okay. I'll trust you in that. Well, there were other things to ask, but we'll spread it out a bit. Next time when we're camping, I'm asking you about the Maker. Hey.
What do you need?
Do you want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
Good, I don't want you falling apart again. He was like a father to you, I understand. I don't really understand that. I never had a father. That doesn't mean I don't mourn his loss. I miss his presence less than his loss. Like, I found him, what did I say he was? He was kind, but strict, but fair? I can't remember. But I miss that he's no longer here in charge and we have to, like, fumble our way through it. So, I just thought you might need to talk.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost him, not when so much is riding on us, not with the blight and everything. I'm sorry.
Ah. I mean, I'm lucky I've not lost anybody yet. Sylvi hasn't. Except her dad, but I think he left when she was a teeny tiny little baby. So... no harm done, Alistair.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
Oh, my eyes are welling up with that. He had you.
I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him.
Yes, that is stupid, you'd be dead. I don't understand completely. I don't know why you're asking me that. I understand completely. I don't. He saved your life by sending you to the tower.
Yes. I know. I think he came from Highever. Or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Dwarves don't practice cremation, do they? How do your people honor your dead?
Our ways are not your days, no, Duncan. I'd rather not discuss it. No, we entomb our dead within the stone beneath our tykes.
I heard about that, now that I think about it. Their spirits return to the rock, strengthening the foundation of the tyke. It sounds so strange.
Maybe so. Don't be so ignorant. These are our customs. I mean, I doubt that's what would happen to Sylvi if she died. Castles don't have tykes. Unless you count Dust Town, I'm not sure. So, no stranger than burning your honor dead to ashes.
I suppose you're right. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Maybe I'll go to Highever with you when you go.
I'd like that. So would he, I think.
Alistair approves +4. Does that tell me? Oh, is it here? Approval. +16 neutral. Party members' approval changes on plot decisions or gifts. High approval provides combat bonuses and possible romance options, while low approval might lead to a party member to desert you. Heroic accomplishments? Oh, he's had 1 injury. How many has Sylvi had? Where's Sylvi? She's had 2. So Morrigan is a +4. neutral. Liliana is +2. Franklin is a good boy and loves me completely. Oh, that's adorable. 100% approval already. Oh, you're a sweetie. Sten is 0. Okay. So, what are you yelling at, baby?
Oh, why, you little...
What? What?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
He bit you, oh dear. There's hardly any blood drawn, still he shouldn't have.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Aww. He still likes me for that, right? Thank gosh. That was a bit worried for a moment there, baby. Oh, Sten, you're there. And Morrigan's all the way over there. Does she not want to come a bit closer? She's made her like own little thing, so. What is there, a tent each then? That looks like Liliana's with the weird instrument. I'd say that might be Sten's because it's slightly different from the others. And then we just have the boring ones. Anyway. Hello, Sten.
Why are we stopping?
We're working together. I think I should get to know you.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
I need to know if I can trust you at my back.
I am Kunari. I have given my word to aid you. We are not people of idle promises.
You said you were in the army.
I am.
What made you decide to become a soldier? Why would the Canary send soldiers here? That might be more relevant.
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world.
Doesn't that make your view of things a little skewed?
Compared to what?
You only learn about people you conquer?
What does anyone truly know of the world? The world changes. We change. The Antam observe what we can, just as you do. There is no point to this. We are keeping the Darkspawn waiting. Are you alright? You were in that cage for weeks. You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
Okay, we should get moving then.
As you wish.
Oh, I actually got approval from that. I'm very surprised because I walked away from that like more confused than I ever was. Let's go see Morgan and then we'll see Bodane and Sandal. Is it Bodane? Hey.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something. I barely know you. Let's not discuss something personal yet.
If you must.
Did you grow up in the Kokari Wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
Oh. You could if you wanted to.
Oh, what luck. What is it you asked? If I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time, I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
But you kept going back to the wilds?
Would you not do the same? Your world is an unforgiving and cold place. The wilds I hail from is home to me, and I a natural denizen. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring. That sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be travelling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped, and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
I'm supposed to be surprised that you're a good liar? That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard.
Best Mulligan quote so
Child's
far.
play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
Touching like a handshake?
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
You can go back if you like. I really don't want you to go. I like you. You're the only mage we've got, and mages are cool. Well, I'm glad it worked out this way at least. If you'd stayed away, you wouldn't have come with us.
Yes? Let's ignore the entire Darkspawn threat and the presence of a simpleton as your only other Grey Warden ally, then. Not that I lack appreciation for the intent of your comment. Thank you. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Oh, we were having such a nice conversation, and then you had to bring him up again. The two of you are either going to kill each other or you're going to date each other, okay? Okay.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick, at your service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
That sounds a bit rude. I don't think these two are going to come to any trouble. They seem very nice. Have you been following us?
I can see why you might be suspicious, being a Grey Warden and all. Were I in your shoes, I would feel the same way. Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing more. I travel a lot, so I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way. But regretfully, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt.
Now you're free to say.
Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
I will. I will talk with your boy first, because he's got the sim icon over his head.
Hello.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him, what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Yeah, I want some enchanting done.
Enchantment!
So that will... Okay. I didn't actually do anything there.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
Yep, let me see your wares, Bodan. We'll ask him about that later, his story.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Getting health ones. Let me see if there's anything else before I do them. Hopefully he stays with us a long time because some of this is so expensive. Let's have a look. Well, those are all free, huh? Butterfly sword. Okay. Oh, backpack. We'll have to remember that. 750 gold, that's too much. So, always go for some flasks whenever I can. And I will also buy these here. I may be able to make them soon, but I still... Can I make the injury kits actually? Okay. So let's see what this guy here has to say. Levi Dryden, hello.
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levi Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levi of the coins? Levi the trader?
I'm Sylvi, and unfortunately Duncan never had the time to mention much to me.
Really? He never told you of old Levi?
I knew him for
We've
about a
known each
week.
other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
How did you know Duncan?
It's a bit of a tale, that is. But I'm the one who brought the Grey Wardens back to Ferelden. Well, I was one of the ones. There were a lot of us. Maker's breath, I'm a bit nervous. Honoured to be here, really.
Go ahead and tell your tale.
After King Marek freed us from the Orlesians, the Grey Wardens begged the King's permission to come into Ferelden. Some sort of internal business. Me and a mess of other Warden sympathisers spoke on behalf of your order. Tan Loghain was very much against letting Orlesian wardens in the kingdom. But Marek, Andraste, bless him, was a fair-minded monarch, and he let them in.
Go on, I'm listening.
So that's why I was there when the wardens and their leader, Genevieve, presented herself to the king. The first wardens in Ferelden in over a century. Proudest day of my life, that was. Duncan was a bit of a scamp back then. We were of an age and struck up a friendship. The king himself went with the wardens on their mysterious business. When he returned, he rescinded King Ardland's decree, and the wardens came back to Ferelden for good.
I can't imagine Duncan being that young. I imagine that, you know, he blossomed out of the woods with that full beard and that massive sword and that armour. Duncan was an easy man to like.
That he was.
I thank you for your part in bringing the wardens here.
Oh, your stomach's all aflutter. You're welcome.
I wanted to ask about some of the other stuff. Never mind. The moment has passed. What promise did Duncan make to you?
My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last warden commander of Ferelden back when the wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arland banished the wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
Oh no, what happened next?
Hard to say. After King Arland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one, and our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
Hey. I'm surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the Blight. We're not ashamed of that.
So what favour did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
I've never even heard of Soldier's Peak.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ireland's days. At least none that's come back.
Oh, wonderful.
I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
Why didn't Duncan help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Kaelin. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostergar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
What do you need from me, then?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it, at least?
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you. That's a bit too formal. Let's go to Soldier's Peak.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Not quite yet, though, dude. So, Sophia Dryden. Sophia Dryden is Ferelden's light, and her most brilliant jewel. Nothing on this earth can ever quench her fire. Our lesser Sophia Dryden was the young Arland's rival for the throne of Ferelden. Dryden was a strong and charismatic leader with as much support from the Bannerl. When Arland finally won the crown, Dryden refused to relent. She pushed her claim, was caught and accused of treason. Her sympathizers continued to support her, however. In order to appease them, Dryden was spared execution and forced to join the Grey Wardens instead. Dryden survived the joining and dazzled her Grey Wardens at Soldier Peak with her leadership skills and charm. She eventually rose through the ranks to become the Warden Commander of Ferelden. Before Commander Dryden, the Grey Wardens were seen as a relic of older times and an unnecessary drain on the nobles' coffers. Dryden, though, with her political connections, reinvigorated the Wardens and rapidly increased their numbers. In the meantime, King Arland proved himself a devious king, willing to go to brutal lengths to silence his opponents. Arland's reign of terror grew worse with each passing year, and some of the bands approached Commander Dryden in desperation, begging her to intercede. She agreed, and thus was the rebellion against King Arland born. Arland learned of the rebellion and took steps to end it. He publicly suspended all tithing for the Grey Wardens and declared that they were no longer welcome in Ferelden. Some of the Wardens, mindful that they were supposed to remain politically neutral, felt disgraced by Dryden's involvement in Ferelden's politics, and left her side even as the king's forces lay siege to Soldier's Peak. The siege took months and ended with the death of Sylvi Dryden, from the personal files of Levi Dryden, merchant. So that answers any questions that Sylvi had earlier. The history of the Drydens. In the years following the siege of Soldier's Peak, all those who carried the Dryden name were haunted by King Arland's forces. Our noble Dryden name was smeared, and all lands and holdings belonging to the Drydens were seized by the crown. The king feared that the rebellion started by Sophia would be kept alive by her loyal friends and family, and anyone with connections to the Drydens suffered greatly. It is little wonder, then, that the few remaining Drydens found themselves with no allies and nowhere to turn. Tobin Dryden, Sophia's brother and guardian of a young son, had no choice but to flee Ferelden. Tobin bought passage to Antiva on a merchant vessel and travelled under the name Derica. Once in Antiva, Tobin set about building a new, quaint life for himself and his nephew. He started a small business and eventually made a name for himself as a trader. The Derica merchant family prospered, and the name Dryden was almost forgotten. However, in 815 Blessed, Sylvi Derica uncovered old documents belonging to Tobin and pieced together their family's history. In her pride, and perhaps in naivety, Sylvi reclaimed the name Dryden and returned to Ferelden. King Arland lies dead, and the Dryden name lives on. Our family has survived, even thrived, since the death of Sophia Dryden. The nobles of Ferelden may still spit on the Dryden name, but we Drydens know that Sophia Dryden was greater than them, almost a queen and a hero of the people of Ferelden. From the personnel files of Levi Dryden, merchant. That's something this Sylvi would do as well. She'd be like, you know what, screw that. I'm noble. I mean, if she could, she would. Okay, so that's another quest that we picked up. We've got so many things to do, so many choices to make. And next episode, we will work out what to do. So we've got, let me actually go to the right place, journal. We've got all the flight stuff to do. Soldier's Peak. We've got this one. Journey to Soldier's Pass, where a troubled merchant awaits with a deal that made you just be too good to be true. So, next episode we will choose a path. So I will see you next episode then. Bye.